Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like and why you should listen to me. Also, if you learn something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. Please smash that subscribe button and please ignite that notification button because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. That will be your vote of confidence in me and all the effort that goes into this channel behind the scenes and all the graphics and all those things that we do to make the videos enjoyable for our amazing community, for our amazing growing Ignition Time community. Now, I've talked about the unemployment benefits today and I've talked about the interview. I actually showed you the interview with the US Labor Secretary Eugene Scalia. There he is. Hello, Mr. Scalia. Hope you're doing well. So he's right there. And Mr. Eugene Scalia was very specific about how the numbers were extremely encouraging and how the unemployment has actually declined. So in this video, I'll talk to you about the improving unemployment numbers and why they may not be a cause for celebration. What do I mean by that? I mean, should we be celebrating because the unemployment has fallen? I mean, should we be celebrating and should there be, should there be a band in the background? Should there be a lot of celebratory music? Or should we be faced with the reality that just because a number of workers collecting state unemployment benefits actually declined, does that actually necessarily mean that those individuals found jobs? And the answer to that question is no. Because if an individual moves off of a state unemployment program into maybe another program like the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program or the PEUC program or the Extended Benefits Program, which by the way are not part of the state unemployment benefit system, does that mean that they are not on unemployment? That doesn't. That simply means they are not on the state unemployment benefit system. In other words, the state unemployment benefit system numbers may go down, but that does not mean that unemployment has gone down. That's number one. Number two, what if an individual simply falls off the workforce? What if an individual is no longer in the workforce? So, Mr. Scalia, US Labor Secretary, if an individual is not in the workforce, let's say they decide they don't want to work anymore, they simply cannot work anymore. They need to take care of kids, they need to take care of maybe their caregivers for someone else in their family. If an individual falls off the workforce, that is not reflected. That doesn't mean that that individual has found a job. That simply means that that individual is no longer on the state unemployment system rosters. In fact, the number of workers collecting state unemployment insurance fell by more than 1 million people, and it fell to 8 million people during the week of October the 10th. Now, that does not mean that 1 million people actually went back to work. By one estimate, it could mean that half the decline is due to other factors. And you see this article on your screen from CNBC. Half that decline could be attributed to other factors. They include shifting onto other programs for long-term unemployment and simply dropping out of the labor force. So here's the important thing. Even though the Labor Department released some data yesterday that suggested that individuals on state unemployment are down, that information does not give us the full picture. Now, it might look like this is good news for the US economy. Thousands of people are essentially returning to work and coming off unemployment rolls. But again, the headline numbers don't give us the full picture. There are some dynamics behind the scenes. And according to a quote from Heidi Sherholz, who's a director of policy at think tank, the Economic Policy Institute, and former chief economist at the Labor Department during the Obama administration, it's absolutely true. The job market and economy are strengthening, according to Heidi Sherholz, but these numbers represent an enormous amount of suffering. The levels are devastating. The truth is, there was indeed a drop of more than 1 million people who filed a continuing claim for state unemployment benefits the week of October 10th. Now, these continuing claims are indeed a rough measure of individuals collecting benefits from week to week. Now, nearly 8 million people filed such a claim, and now that is indeed the lowest level since March 21st. This is the latest data as of the data that was released yesterday. But this improvement does not mean that 1 million individuals did indeed go back to work in early October. That's because the figures for state unemployment insurance do not capture the workers who shifted to different unemployment benefit programs, such as those for the long-term unemployed. One such program, which is the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation Program, saw its numbers grow by about 510,000 individuals to 3.3 million people during the week of October 3rd, according to the Labor Department. So individuals are shifting off of traditional state unemployment towards other programs that were specifically set up to provide continued unemployment assistance during the pandemic. And you know, as my viewer and subscriber watching, that, it's not as if, there's lots of money everywhere. And it's not that, the checks that we're getting from the state unemployment system are huge checks. We're basically getting nothing. And I know that based on all the comments from my viewers and subscribers. But what the administration is projecting and what the data might seem to suggest, you see, the data might suggest one thing, but the truth and the actual suffering is something that we know, that you know. I mean, the inability to pay rent, the inability to buy food, the inability to keep the lights on. That is a direct result of individuals having lost their job. That is a direct result of lives being shattered. Yes, shattered. That is a direct result of lives being completely shattered. And that is why just for the administration or for anybody to simply say, hey, the economy is coming back like gangbusters, the economy is phenomenal, doesn't represent the actual suffering, because we are only as strong as the weakest among us. And what this recovery has done is it has highlighted that the weakest among us are indeed getting left behind. Now, here's another thing that many of my viewers and subscribers might not even be aware of. Did you know that certain states do not report certain data to the Labor Department? That's just the way things are. That's just the way things are set up. For example, let's take the sunny, the beautiful state of Florida. Florida, for example, does not report its numbers for this program, for the PEUC program, to the Labor Department. The state has reported elsewhere that 600,000 people have received PEUC benefits in Florida during the pandemic. Can you believe that? So those numbers are not reflected in the data that's coming out of the Labor Department. And you, my viewers and subscribers, you know this. You know that the data that we're getting does not sync with what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what you're seeing with your own eyes, what you're seeing with your neighbors, with your friends, when you have conversations at the kitchen table. And you're right. You're absolutely right. Your instinct about what's going on is correct, despite what we are being told. And that is what I'm trying to tell you. And that's what the Ignition Time channel is all about. If you're learning something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. Please ignite that subscribe button, and please click the notification button. Please gently ignite the notification button. Like I said, don't smash the screen. I don't want you smashing the screen. Let's clear up your screen. I don't want you to smash your screen, but I do want you to please click the like button. That would mean a lot to me. Let's get back to another program called the Extended Benefits Program. Now, this program generally offers an additional 13 to 20 weeks of extended benefits, and the number of people on the Extended Benefits Program went up by about 90,000 people to about 445,000 for the week ending October 3rd. So while the number of individuals on the State Unemployment Benefits Program are reducing, the number of individuals on the PEUC program and the Extended Benefits Program are actually increasing. There is another factor. There's a second factor, which is that individuals simply are falling out of the workforce. More and more states are now starting to reinstate their work search requirements. Okay, starting to reinstate work search requirements if you want to remain on unemployment benefits. This means that if an individual is not searching for work, they fall off the state unemployment benefit program. So if an individual is not searching for work, in other words, they are not keeping up, they're not complying with the work search requirements, they essentially fall off the workforce, which is horrible. This is how economies decline. This is how families' incomes decline when someone stops working. So imagine someone who is now no longer looking for work, therefore not complying with the work search requirement. Mr. Scalia, if someone's not looking for work and they are therefore not keeping up with the work search requirements, they cannot remain on the state unemployment insurance program. I'm sure he knows that. He's the labor secretary who oversees the state unemployment benefits programs throughout the country and all the other associated programs. So if an individual now falls off state unemployment because they fell off the workforce, it looks like they are no longer on unemployment, but it does not mean that they now have a job. In fact, you'll see a tweet on your screen from Daniel Zoe, who's an economist. And Daniel pointed out the work search requirements are actually changing in different states. And he has represented different states on this tweet here. For example, the state of New Mexico has reinstated work search requirements on October 9. You'll see that according to this tweet, again from Daniel Zhou, who's an economist, the work search requirements were reinstated in Colorado in June, in Arizona in June, in Missouri in July, in Nebraska, North Dakota in July, in South Dakota, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Maine in August, in Indiana, Tennessee in September, and now in New Mexico. And also, it seems that Texas, you'll see the next tweet on your screen from Daniel. So Texas is reinstating work search requirements for individuals on unemployment insurance the beginning of November. You can start to see now that the work search requirements are increasing. There's essentially a global push. There's a federal push to force individuals to get back to work, which is why the unemployment benefits numbers, even though they are decreasing, are not necessarily a reason to celebrate. I mean, do you see me celebrating? Do you see me celebrating? I'm not. I'm here to give you the honest truth. I'm here to give you the reality. And that is why I value your support on this channel. And that is why I recognize and I appreciate your trust in me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I appreciate you. Please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time, most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time. Please get your cell phone out. Send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. You can get added to our SMS list. You can also get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. You'll get added to our email list. You can opt out of the SMS list or the email list at any point in time. No worries about that. Sometimes YouTube does not send out notifications on time. So simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. This way you can visit the home page of our channel and you can watch the videos at any point in time that you want. You can, check out our channel once a day, twice a day. You can check it out once every 30 seconds if you want. You can check it out every 10 seconds. Even while you're asleep, you can wake up and check the channel every 10 seconds if you want to. Again, my name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. If you learned something new from this video, please ignite the like button. Please ignite the subscribe button, and please gently click that notification button. Do it gently. I don't want your screens to be smashed. Smashed screens are not a good thing. Finally, please share this video with friends and family, and you'll find a link in the description section below to all our sources. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.